welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is season 8, episode number 11, episode number 326. How is it going?
Good.
Surviving.
Surviving. Yes. Amanda's having a normal one over there. And by normal one, I mean a week, a day. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, the COVID has darkened our door. Eden tested positive for COVID on Thursday morning. Unsymptomatic. We tested her because it was running rampant through her daycare, and we had a wedding in DC, and my parents were on their way into the city Thursday evening to watch her for the weekend because we had an early train, and we're like, you know what, like, just to be responsible adults, we'll all take COVID tests, like just to be safe.
Yeah.
And son of a bitch. She was positive. So then it's I reached out to my parents. I was like, call me when you get a chance. Like, how do you feel about this? They decided because she didn't have any symptoms, they were like, we still feel comfortable coming, like, whatever, like, at this point, like, everybody getting COVID. So they felt that the time with their grandchild was more valuable, and that we would all just mask up. So they came, we went to DC. Eden remained unsymptomatic. We had a wonderful time at the wedding, and to preface, Daniel was a groomsman in the wedding. It's, not that we're just like terrible parents and are just like, take care of our sick child, we're leaving.
You're not like me.
Daniel actually had kind of an important role to play. Right. And, if Eden had been really sick, like, I would have stayed home, and like Daniel would have just gone on his own.
Yeah.
Whatever. We made choices. I stand by them. We came back Sunday evening. My mom said she was feeling a little scratchy.
No.
Oh no.
So she now has COVID.
Oh no.
Pretty bad. So that doesn't feel great, for the old the old conscience. But so, and while this was happening, more and more kids at the daycare were testing positive, and parents of kids, to the point where, like, Saturday or like Friday on the train, I was like, are there any kids at daycare today? I just doing the math. I think that was funny. So lo and behold, the daycare did close yesterday and today, because just everybody had COVID and they wanted to just sanitize the place. So we figured we had, she was still within her 5 days anyway. So I was like, fine, I'll take her to the pediatrician.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, like, give it as much time to, to run through her system, because our daycare requires a note from the doctor to be able to return. They also said they were requiring a negative COVID test, which, like, that's not how the science works. So I think they come around on that point, but still trying to play by the rules. I just figured, like, she'll probably be negative. She never really showed any symptoms. Like, we're just, again, to be responsible human in this COVID universe. But yeah, so we went to the doctor this afternoon. Still has COVID. So, like the responsible adult I am, I then took her to the grocery store. Sorry, neighbors.
That's okay. That's okay. Was she masked?
I had nothing.
Was she wearing a mask?
Yeah. The 2-year-old was wearing a mask. No, I was wearing a mask just in case. Because at this point, I just assume it's coming for me. Like, there's no way I'm getting out of this life.
Oh.
We'll see. I mean, to be fair, at this point, she may not be she may not be contagious at this point anymore after 5 days of a positive test, because who knows?
Right.
Who knows if she was positive last Tuesday and you just didn't know?
Right. Because come to find out, like, she could have been, the earliest she could have been exposed was Saturday. Like we had met one of our daycare friends. We happened to run into them at the playground. They were one of the first kids to fall. So like she,
yeah,
we sort of have no idea because she is a little tank and just, gets everyone sick in her wake. But yeah. And Daniel's back in the office. So we're doing this like weird, like he has her in the morning and I try and work, which also means like, I'm working from home. So like I'm still doing stuff with her and then he leaves and I try and get as much as I can get done during her nap time because then when she's awake, like that's it. We're potty training, so we're doing laundry all the time because she's just peeing all over everything still.
Oh yeah, well,
so it's been great here. My day starts at 7 a.m. and it doesn't really end until like 10 p.m. and not everything gets done, and you just feel like you're not the best at anything. So I think you just kind of like accept that, and you just kind of do the best you can. And
fair enough. I get it. Well, hopefully by this time next week, everything will be back to normal. I hope.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, there's hope.
But the wedding was really fun.
Oh, yes.
It rained, but like that totally didn't matter because it was a mostly inside wedding. So
we had so much rain this weekend.
Yeah, like the whole East Coast had a lot of rain.
It was a hurricane Ophelia.
Yeah. It was a tropical storm by the time I got to DC, but I didn't even know about it till it was like that's how my life has been.
Yes. No, I found out about it the night before when we went to a geocache meetup. It was an ice cream parlor. And somebody was saying how she's going on vacation and she was really, really the next morning. And she was really worried that her flight was going to get canceled because of the hurricane tropical storm. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
So wait, it was just a meetup with other geocache enthusiasts, or was there a geocache in the ice cream parlor? Because I feel like
no. You can
that is a
gone either
geocache
way.
I could get.
No, sometimes at these events somebody will hide something, but the meetups and events are just scheduled meetups. You go there, you can sign it like you were there. It'll count as finding a cache. But it was at an ice cream parlor on Friday night. It was at Cold Stone Creamery, actually. So we had our mommy, Zachary, Alex week from last Monday through last Sunday. And I told them if they were good for the week, and they were good-ish. We could go to Cold Stone Creamery and see our geocaching friends. So we did. It was Cold Stone Creamery was actually too much ice cream for either of them to handle. None of the three of us finished our ice cream because they get in such big scoops, even if you get like the small.
It's pretty ridiculous from what I remember. It's been many a moon since I've been to a Cold Stone Creamery, but I do remember it being quite the production.
And then they sing?
I think they do sing, but I think you have to know the password. Like you have to say something to unlock the singing.
Yeah. But they still grind it in front of you. And I was just like, dude, just put the fucking ice cream in the cup. They don't need this rigmarole. But it was very nice. And it was the first time I think I've had Cold Stone Creamery in maybe 20 years. I'm not kidding either. We always go to Fresh, which is right down
exactly.
the street.
I was gonna say, well, why would you when you have
exactly? That? Yes, but yeah, we did that. We did have a bit of a thing today, and I'm proud of Zachary. So I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, Jay went to perform at he had a performance, and the bartender at the venue we were at was a trans woman. And after in the car, they were asking me questions about it. And because they weren't misgendering her, they just wanted to know more information. So, I did the kid explainer, and then made sure to reiterate that, I kind of did the quoting Born This Way, God makes everybody to be, who they're supposed to be. And, there's nothing wrong with blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you feel like you're put in, but sometimes you feel like, you're put maybe in the wrong body or something, or you just don't feel like somebody tells you you're supposed to be. And that's fine. You don't have to be who, your teacher says, or you're who somebody says you're supposed to be. I don't even think I was very nice. I tried to keep it very at the kid level. And then I actually put on I put on Born This Way in the car for them. And like, tried to make it very like, kind of at kid level. And then I made the mistake of starting to show them the video in which I forgot she's like basically naked. And Zachary just was like, oh my God. But like he was impressed, oh my God. And then you could tell he got really embarrassed. And was like,
oh man, you just fed him some images.
I know. I was like, because all I could think about is how Jay used to have a Britney Spears poster growing up in his room. I was like, did I just make Lady Gaga his Britney Spears? Because he was like, whoa. And then I was like, you know what, guys? Why don't we just put on her Super Bowl performance? That's safer.
Nice.
Let's find where she's doing it at the Grammys in a meat suit. That's also better. I totally had forgotten that video is not appropriate for children. Oh, that ended real quick.
We've all done parenting things this week we're not particularly proud of. It's fine. You can't be perfect all the time.
Yeah, but then I left it at that because just they listen, they absorb. If they have questions, they'll ask you questions, and if not, they process it in their own time. Like I did that. Does anybody have any questions thing, and then they said no, and that was basically it. And then today, Zachary, I pick him up at Parks and Rec. He's not even in the car yet, and he was like, "Mommy, I have to tell you something." And I was like, what? He's like, this kid, Noah, at school kept saying that gay is bad. And I went up to him and I said, gay is not bad. Gay is just a part of life. And he told me, well, you know what? God made men to be straight, not gay. And I told him, God made men to be who they're supposed to be.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, lessons. At 10 o'clock at night.
Well done.
So yeah, real proud of my little social justice warrior.
Yeah.
But it was cute though, like because he was just like so indignant, but he was like so like look, I did what you taught me, Mommy, but I didn't even teach him to do that. Like I didn't tell him like you. No, obviously I said if somebody's like,
gave him the answer.
Yeah, exactly. So it was great. Like I think I might have told them like if you ever have a friend that's like gay or trans or just has something that makes them a little bit different or whatever. You know what? I don't even remember the wording that I said that makes them something that they're getting teased for. Like, you just want to remember that they're human beings and what they do in their life doesn't affect what you're doing in your life. And if they offer you drugs, just say no. So and that goes for anybody. It doesn't matter who they are.
Anybody's drugs.
Doesn't matter if they love him or capital HIM. Especially if it's vaping. Do not vape.
Yeah.
But now my phone, I don't know if you hear that, was playing Born This Way. I'm very, very low. I'm being like, what is that sound? Is this in the soundtrack in my head? But anyway, I was really, really proud of him. And then Alex had the issue with the nail polish where the teacher said something to him.
Yes.
So the other morning he wanted to put, so I got this like nail polish caddy thing because I was sick of them just sitting like in like overflowing jar under my sink. They needed organization and we needed to like, have something stackable. So I got a nail polish caddy and I put them all in and Alex saw the yellow that he had picked out and he wanted to put it on. And we go to start putting it on. I put a couple of it on. He goes, this looks beautiful. And then he stops and he goes, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to do the nail polish anymore.
Oh, no.
And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, take it off. So he got so upset. So then he goes into the bathroom and he told Jay, he made a comment to me so he made comments to each of us that was like part A and part B to the puzzle. Like to me, he said, well, what if he's like, I don't want to do it. What if my teacher says something to me? And I was like, well, she wouldn't say anything to you. But I remembered his teacher saying something to him last time. And then he had said to Jay, he'd gone to the bathroom and when Jay was in the shower and was talking to him and said, remember when my teacher said something? So obviously that was the issue more than like a kid overall. Because it was a grown up that said that to him. So fuck her again. But then Zachary has been very supportive where he was just like, Alex, if you want to put I was like, I'll put nail polish on. So, so then we get to tonight, and Alex and Zachary painted both of our nails. I got off with a lot of sparkles. Jay has bright yellow and black, I think it is.
Nice. Bumblebee colors. I'm here for it.
Yes. So I think that's what he was going for. But then tonight, like Zachary was like, I'll paint my nails, but I'm going to do it on the weekend because you know that Noah kid that said gay is bad? I don't want him to start attacking me. And I was like, well, you don't have, I was like, the people in Daddy's band, they're not gay and they wear nail polish. Like lots of people wear nail polish. It's not, it doesn't matter. And he goes, I know that. I just don't want to give him any reason to come talk to me. So I was like, all right, fair enough too. But on the week they're tracked out. So they get the 3 weeks off starting Friday. So they're both going to paint their nails together on Friday night because Alex wants to do it. So Zachary's going to do it for Alex. And then Zachary's like, but we could paint my toenails right now. Nobody will see those. And I was like, no, because if we paint your toenails, then I've got to cut your toenails. And then it becomes like a 15-minute long thing. And I need like a 3-minute long thing. Yeah.
Gotta go get a pedicure.
Yes. So anyway, that was what was going on here. Love that kid. So proud of him.
Nice.
And then well, Jay and I may have separately each been like, oh, he was one of those Jesus freaks, wasn't he? So I'm like, but please don't go up to him and call him a Jesus freak.
Honestly, like that's part of the story that like surprised me the most is like this kid is.
I said that to him. I was
saying
like,
Jesus stuff, like, and then I remember, like,
we're in the South,
we're in the South.
And we got
this is the Bible Belt, and it's
real,
and omnipresent. But it's like even kid.
Listen to what I say, but don't do what I say. It's that kind of Jesus.
Well, those kids, because it's so prevalent now, where like these parents are so bigoted and so like ingrained with their Fox News, and they're worse than Fox News, and like. Everything's a culture war, and the Moms for Liberty groups, making an appearance down here that, it's of course they make such a big deal that they kind of like make a Streisand effect with their kids.
Yeah.
Like
Streisand effect.
Yeah. The Streisand effect is, so Barbara Streisand back in like the 80s or whatever it was, there were people that were there was a tour group or real estate group or something, and they took a picture of her mansion, but nobody knew it was her mansion, but she made a big deal, and she, like, it would have just, like, the picture would have been out there, nobody would have known it was her place, and it would have gone away, but she drew attention to it by suing, which then everybody then knew that it was her house and what her house looked like. Yeah. So she brought attention and made it a bigger deal than it would have been otherwise. So it's called the Streisand effect.
Gotcha. I had never heard that term before.
Yeah. Yeah. But long-lasting cultural influence, Barbara Streisand.
Yeah. I mean, man, she is just like a multi-hyphen.
Seriously. She has her own effect.
Yeah, she has her own effect.
I forgot the best part of this story. So I kept saying he's a bigot. Tell Daddy about the bigot kid, and I was like, he's just a bigot. And I kept saying the word, and then I explained to him, like, sometimes the people who say that they do things for Jesus and God are the ones that like literally do the complete opposite of what they'd want you to do. And he was like, yeah. But then it was while we were doing the nails, I got up to get. He was like, Mommy, what is a bigot? And I was getting up to get water. So I was like, Alexa, what's a bigot? So then she reads off the definition of a bigot as I'm getting water. And I come back and Zachary just goes, yeah, that makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah, good times. Okay, my story is totally done for real now.
Nice. Well, I didn't have a very eventful weekend, but speaking of COVID, we got our COVID and flu vaccines, booster/vaccine. But and I wasn't sure, since I did have COVID, in the fairly recent past, I wasn't sure like what the protocol is, if you're supposed to wait, if you're not supposed to wait. And the pharmacist said that it was still recommended as long as you have to have not had symptoms for, I can't remember how long, but for, I think it was like 2 weeks or something. It's been like 5 weeks for me.
Okay.
And yeah, I feel like I've heard that it's like a less of a window than they had, or, you know, that it used to be.
And they're saying, because like, even though an infection can provide some protection, you don't know how long that's going to last. And it kind of like depends on how bad your COVID case was anyway, at least from what I was hearing. And that the booster just provides like much more reliable protection. So we went and did that. And it kind of like, it was on Friday night. We're going to do it on Thursday after work, but there were no more like appointments and no more doses left. But we stopped by on Friday and they didn't have any more appointments, but they did have some more doses because they had some cancellations. So we just got a quick 1-2 boom boom. And I'm kind of glad that it was on a Friday evening because the next day we both kind of felt like
Yeah, I was going to ask how, you know, if you had any reactions to it.
I think this time it was the Pfizer, which is the first time I've ever had Pfizer. I've always been a straight up Moderna girl.
That's what I thought you had done.
Okay. Yeah. Just by like, that's what was available. But I can't remember last year if I had a reaction or not. But like, my arm hurt like per usual. But like the next day, like I just like didn't really have much energy for most of the day. And then on Sunday, I was totally fine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. And we were actually supposed to go to my brother's this last weekend because there's a Harry Potter festival in the town that he moved to. And we've been looking forward to this for a very long time. My brother, I think, is the one in my household that first read the first Harry Potter. And so we can thank him in my family, at least, for then the rest of us reading the series. But we were following the tropical storm developments, etc. And like, it really looked like there was going to be a lot of rain. He lives in Virginia. So it was like, basically our route would be like following the storm. Yeah. So on Saturday morning, we're kind of like, okay, I guess maybe not. But then it like didn't even rain here almost at all. Not during the day. It rained Friday night, but like Saturday, it didn't really rain. And then I think Sunday it was nice and probably nice at his place too. So it's like,
bummer.
That kind of. But then we did kind of feel crappy anyway from them.
Yeah.
And you just never know.
Feel crappy.
Right.
It's a good day to feel crappy. Yeah.
It was.
Like, I don't want to be like on the road and have like the roads be like flooded and put ourselves in some like stupid situation. But
yes.
Yeah. So.
Well, is this a yearly festival? Can you catch it next year?
Sure can. Yep.
Okay.
We're like, that's what I told them. I said, we will do better next year. It's on Saturday and Sunday. And like Saturday, I think they were supposed to have rain. So like, it's a mostly outdoor thing. So
yeah.
Saturday wasn't great anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Next year.
Cool. Okay. So anybody else have anything? Otherwise, we can move on to our we have a nice middle section again this week. We did nice things.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Hooray. Okay, so you may or may not have seen this thread on Twitter /X/ whatever the hell it was.
We're calling it this week.
Yes. And it was somebody post the question, what's your favorite interaction you've had with a celebrity? And the responses were actually great. It was, I had some downtime I was probably procrastinating something, but I had some free time on Sunday and I read through them and they were like actually good. Like there weren't, even the like bad behavior ones were really funny. So for example, Ethan Embry, our favorite Ethan Embry from the actor. Yeah. From the movie that I love. That we watched.
All the movies. Can't hardly wait. That thing you do.
There we go. That thing you do.
I mean, those are my two favorites. I'm sure he's in other movies, but those are the ones that always come top of mind for me.
Yeah, isn't he in 6 Feet Under? Or no, that's the other one, Lauren Ambrose.
Yeah,
I'm getting my.
But now I'm like, did he guest on 6 Feet Under? Because I feel like so many people did. I don't know.
So I sent you guys a article that had links in case you did not want to do the thing with the thing, aka log into. You're welcome. If you didn't want to log into X/Twitter. But the one that got me started on this thread was from Ethan Embry, and he said, I walked up to Jason Priestley around 2005 at a big Hollywood party and said, hey man, I'm Ethan. Our kids are in class together at Wagon Wheel. He said, I don't have any kids. You think I'm Luke, and walked away. Meaning he mistook him for Luke Perry. He's Luke Perry's kids. I thought that was hilarious.
That's pretty cool.
And there were all sorts of wonderful stories like that. Feel free to jump in if you can either pull up the pull up the link I sent you, or pull up the tweets. But I thought we could read some of these because they're nice and they're fun. And yes, the end.
Yeah, there's one about Michael J. Fox. It says,
I love that one.
He came to speak to our high school class, and someone asked him how he balanced his career and running his foundation for Parkinson's research. And he grinned at us and said, it's a little shaky.
There's another good one, and it involves Conan O'Brien. And it's kind of a visual, but I can explain it. So it's a picture of Conan, this guy, and this guy's girlfriend. It must have been during COVID. It was August 21st, 2021, which is important. So it's they pull their masks down, they're taking the selfie. The guy then the text is, when my girlfriend and I met Conan, and he tweeted this like right after. So he pulls up, the camera roll, he pulls down the information, shows the date it was taken and the time, which was 9:31 a.m. And then he screenshotted a tweet that Conan sent on the same day at 9:32 a.m. And the tweet is, I don't want to be that guy, but some people need to fuck the fuck off. Shaking my damn head. Anyone got some Molly to turn this day around?
That's supposed to be a joke, right? Like, I don't understand.
Meaning Conan O'Brien took that picture with them and then immediately tweeted something that sounded like he was talking shit about having to take the selfie. But the tweet is also hilarious. Like the tweet is a joke within itself. Yes.
Right. That's right. Because isn't like Conan O'Brien is like rumored to be like one of the nicer people in celebrity.
Yes. Huh. Yes. So I thought that was hilarious. Shandy, do you have one, or I can keep going? I've got a whole bunch hearted.
Still looking. Okay, there's a Matt Smith one. I haven't read it yet, but just because it's Matt Smith. I met Matt Smith at House of the Dragon's premiere, and he was using the urinal next to me, and I was like, that episode was so good. And he responded, thanks, mate. Thanks. That's a beautiful jacket. Can I have it? And I was like, and then he said, guess it wasn't that good, eh? Then he left.
So funny. This one is about Kiefer Sutherland, my favorite pirate man. And it's when I was a waitress, Kiefer Sutherland used to come in to dine and ask, what's your rent? And then write that amount on the tip line of the check. Isn't that so sweet?
Damn.
I told you there's a lot of feel-good stories in here. Mm-hmm. People were sharing their favorite experiences. They're pretty good. There's another really funny one, actually, involving Bruce Willis. This woman says, when I was 10, I was in line to ride a carousel. A girl came up to me with her friend and said, her dad is Bruce Willis. If you let us cut you in line, you can meet him. I said no. I rode the carousel, went outside, and saw Bruce yelling at the two of them like, don't use my name like that.
Good job, Bruce.
Yeah. Oh, here's a funny one. I asked Shaq for a picture once, but I was too short to get us both in the frame. So he grabbed my phone. He immediately started looking through my pictures. And when he saw a screenshot of a 3 Doors Down album, he said, you like 3 Doors Down? That's cool.
celebrities. Just like us. Only taller.
Only considerably taller. Speaking of Shaq, someone was telling me a story about them this weekend that apparently there was like a teenager on the internet, maybe on X even, that like has like a size 24 shoe and was like having a hard time getting custom shoes made, and like Shaq got wind of it, and he like reached out to him and he's like, oh yeah, you can borrow some of my shoes to see if they fit, and then was gonna pay for him to get shoes custom made, because when your foot's that big they all need to be custom made, but he's like, in the meantime you can have some of my old shoes to like hold you over. And I was like, that's really sweet.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Damn.
I love this one because it involves Harrison Ford, and it's so fucking random. You guys might have seen this one in the post that you guys have. Back in high school, I couldn't find my house keys all week. I thought it was from being foggy-headed post-gum surgery, like teeth-mouth surgery. I came home and knocked on the door. Harrison Ford answered, I'd never met him, and said, hey, Emma, sorry I took your house keys. How are your gums feeling? Come in.
I like don't even understand the story. I feel like it's missing a certain amount of like backstory to like make it make sense.
Meaning she had gum surgery, and apparently Harrison Ford also was at the dentist that day, and he accidentally ended up with her keys. And he went to return them at her house, and he happened to be there when she got home.
But how would he have known
her name and stuff? Because he probably talked to her parents. He probably talked to her parents.
Like usually, like it's not like you have like, your address printed on your keys, like in an event of I've lost these, here's where you should return them.
Yeah, but when you're Harrison Ford, you could just go to the dentist and be like, hey, I need this kid's address.
So HIPAA violations don't apply to famous people.
That's not HIPAA. That's just regular old privacy. HIPAA is like, tell me about her gums.
It's not like, but also tell me about her gums.
I'm just saying Harrison Ford has the means and the opportunity to find out anybody's address. I hope he finds out my address and welcomes me into my house one day. But I hope he does it in his character from Shrinking.
Yeah.
I want a couple of woof.
That was so fun.
I know. Great show.
I'll get to it eventually.
This one is kind of wild. I don't follow Justin Bieber gossip, but if I did, I might remember this. And this is from some dude who says, that one time that I cost Justin Bieber so much money in PR because I said hi to him and accidentally made him drop his ice cream while turning around. And he got so angry that he dropped the ice cream that he left the park and immediately took his anger out on a fan. And the headline was trending for weeks.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine seeing like all that stories and be like, oh, that was just because I said hi?
Somebody needs to deal with their anger.
Truly.
There are
my favorite celebrity interaction, which is also probably my only celebrity interaction, is the time that I acted in a scene with Reese Witherspoon and Adam Scott, and
good times.
Turned around and he extended his hand to me and introduced himself as Adam, and I was thinking, hi, I'm Adam. Yes, I know.
And then I fainted.
There's a really nice one about Tina Fey.
Oh, let's hear it.
This is from somebody named Josh. He said, I did an episode of 30 Rock during their last season. When I got to the set, Tina Fey came over to me and said, I just want to say, I know you've auditioned for a lot of different roles on this show over the years, and I wanted to make sure you got on before it ended.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's really sweet.
I know. There's also a funny one from Kirsten Dunst.
Let's hear it.
It makes me laugh because I picture it in a certain voice, and I'm going to try to read it in the voice in my head.
Okay.
I was interviewing Kirsten Dunst, and she was like, I love your sweater. Where is it from? And I was like, I have no idea. And then she walked over and checked the tag and said, wow, Forever 21, you wear it like it's a lot more expensive.
I love that. Actually, I really respect that.
I do too. I won't read them all. There's a ton of Hosier stories. Take me to church.
Yeah.
In my head, I always say Hoosier, but I think
it's Hosier.
I think so,
but there was quite a few people that had really nice stories with him. Like one woman had said that she wore a little circular rainbow pin, like it was the pride flag, but it was just like in a circle. And she had met him outside of a concert or something and said, this pin is really important to me and your music has helped me a lot. I want you to have the pin. And she thought that it would just end up like, he threw it in some pile of like things that people throw at him. And he wore it on stage 2 nights later in a concert.
Oh.
And she posted like professional, like, Getty image pictures from that concert with him wearing the pin. I thought that was really nice. There was another one where a woman said that she was at like the greeting line of the concert and he came out and was doing selfies with people. He did a selfie with her, moved on down the line and overheard her say, "Oh, damn it came out blurry." And he went back over to her at the very end and said, "I heard it came out blurry. I'll retake it." And like went out his way to do that.
Nice.
So those are the two that popped out. But yeah, I really liked that. He sounds like a very good dude.
Yeah.
So yes, there's a ton of stories. We can stop right there. This was a really nice Sunday to spend on X. And there are so frequently nice Sundays to spend on X.
Yeah.
I don't even spend any days on there barely anymore. So yeah.
No.
There's also a lot of stories. There's also a lot of stories about the two dudes, all 3 of the main stars of Supernatural. Especially Jensen Ackles. A lot of stories about him, like people that would tell him like how you helped me with like my struggles, and then like he would squeeze their hands and be like, "Keep fighting, you're worth it." Like just really nice things. One girl said she ran into him at a fan convention, and I'm going off my memory here, so I'm sorry if it's not exactly right. She saw him at a fan convention, and she said something like, we have to stop meeting like this, or joking at like, we have to stop meeting like this. And he said something like, people will get suspicious. And then she saw him like the next year and they had the exact same interaction. Like he had remembered who she was.
See, and that's just like, that's a level of like,
which is really
people
nice
skills that I really admire because I suck at that.
Those dudes go to conventions nonstop. They do a lot and they have a huge following. So that's really
the amount
nice.
of faces that they come across.
Exactly. Like I don't even
forget a year.
I don't meet that many people and I still have a hard time. That's wow.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Steven Spielberg's daughter tweeted my birth. Her favorite interaction with a celebrity when she was born.
That's very funny.
All right. We will stop there. I think that's a good place to stop. If you have any good interactions with a celebrity story, let us know. thebroadcasters3@gmail.com. I always enjoy hearing. We are on a good people kick. So give us all the good stuff. Let us know.
Indeed.
On that note, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll do the feedback. All right. We're back. Woo! Here we are. We're ready to get into some feedback. First up, we've got Facey back from Matt. He said a possible pairing with Wet Hot American Summer would be Bottoms whenever it hits streaming. You can definitely see the influence on the sense if you're Bottoms, I believe. Is that the show we talked about last week?
It's a movie.
The movie. Okay, JK. Well, didn't we talk about what's her face, the actress that was in?
Yes, it is her. It is that actress who, without Matt's really lovely, clear phonetic spelling of the name, I'm not going to try and pronounce because I do not want to pronounce it incorrectly. It's her movie. And it's like a female fight club but with high school lesbians. And it looks very, very violent, which is why I was like, I can support this movie, but I'm not going to watch it because it looks too bloody for me.
Okay.
Because I am squeamish.
I have definitely never. Okay. Did not know any of those details. I thought it was a sketch show. So cool. Okay, bottoms. Also for Halloween, I just watched No One Will Save You, which is an alien invasion movie starring Caitlin Dever. It's more of a thriller, no blood or gore, and the gimmick is that it is 99% free of dialogue. It's on Hulu. Oh, maybe we should watch Mars Attacks.
I've watched Mars Attacks. I don't think I've ever watched it.
I definitely have never watched it.
The new, the remake one, not the original one.
Oh.
So the one with Natalie Portman and like the one from the 90s.
I didn't realize there was one from the 90s. Either. I thought it was just the
the classic.
Yeah.
I could watch that. Also, side note, on Friday night when we were at home after our shots, we just kind of like randomly watched all of Scream 2.
Oh, shut up, really?
The Screams. That's an interesting one to go with.
I don't know why we're on
the original
2.
Scream. I'd watch the original Scream too. I love that movie.
I know the original
she's in college,
Scream.
Right? She's in college. That's the college one.
Scream 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in college. I maybe had seen Scream 2 before, but I certainly did not remember basically any of it. So it was fun. So, and afterwards I was like, oh shit, I just started my Halloween movies.
If you guys want, I'll watch Scream the first one.
I could rewatch Scream the first.
We've all seen it, so
very bloody movie.
Yeah, but it's like,
The Mars Attacks that I'm thinking of is the one with Jack Nicholson, Annette Bening, Glenn Close.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like 1996, right?
Yeah, no, this clearly did not.
Yeah.
Enter my radar.
I was busy watching Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, when I saw it in theaters, I hated it. And Jay recently was like, oh my God, I love that movie so much. Like, how could you not like that movie? And I was like, well, it was not appropriate for a 6th grader or 7th grader, however old I was when it came out.
You should have been watching Romeo and Juliet.
I should have been watching Romeo and Juliet, but I don't know. I don't know. I would do Scream before I did Mars Attacks. Put a pin in that.
Scream sounds fun.
Cool.
And now the second one is fresh in my mind. We started the third one, but watched like 5 minutes, and then was like, okay.
I definitely have never seen the third one. I tapped out after the second one.
She's like in Monterey. She's in the Monterey Bay. That's like where she lives. Is that
when they like a movie theater? They go to like do a movie or whatever.
Like they're like making a movie around the first Scream.
In the second Scream. In the second Scream, the movie has just come out.
No, that's the third Scream.
No, in the second Scream, and trust me, because
you just watched it, so you would know.
That's true.
They have made a movie, and it comes out at the very beginning of Scream 2, and that's like the scene. Like people are at the movie theater watching it.
Interesting. Okay, good times. Okay. I am on a delay with you guys again. I'm going to leave real quick and then.
I wasn't. No, I don't think it was.
I just didn't understand.
No, you're definitely on a delay because you guys haven't moved to say the things you just said right now. So.
Well, we can just hold for a second and see if the internet can get it. No. Okay. So I have questions. What is the hat behind Colleen? Have you noticed the hat? Is Pharrell staying with them? What?
Oh, I did notice the hat, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, before we get started, what is going on with the hat?
Oh, it's from when we did Barbenheimer. It's my Oppenheimer hat.
Oh, that makes sense. It was like that, or
a lot.
I made the poor joke to Shandy that was like, is Pharrell staying over? Like, what is going on with this hat? It's a very big hat.
Yeah, it's from the dollar section at Target.
Like
that. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got to figure out if I can work this into a costume too.
Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego. I know. I thought that
done.
Too. Yeah. I think it was $3 from the dollar section, but still, it is a lot of hat.
It's a lot of hat. But it would be a perfect Carmen Sandiego hat.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. Oh, now we were Barbie and Ken last year. Jay wants to be Barbie and Ken again. I was like, we were ahead of the curve. We can't go back.
Damn, you guys were ahead of the curve.
I know. He's like, can you find me the Dojo Mojo Casa House in an outfit?
Or you could be the Mojo Dojo Casa house. God, that is so hard to say. And he can be Ken.
That would be so
just
funny.
Ken.
Yeah, just Ken.
Beach
He's
Ken. I'll get him a wig. He's Ken.
He's Ken.
Oh my God.
That'd be a real twist on the
flip in the
will be the Halloween of the Halloween of the season, the Halloween costume of the season. Oh, we need to land this plane. I do. I'm melting.
It's okay. We're almost done. Here. Okay. Colleen, did you ever get around to watching Over the Garden Wall? Could be something fun with your boys. We didn't, but I do want to watch it. I had totally forgotten about that actually. So thank you, Matt. Maybe we'll have to check that out when we're on track out. Moving into the Matt's what she said.
I don't want to be my own ugh.
Did the dutiful task of wearing the garb.
I turned Shandy off by accident. With his hat.
Short and spectacular.
I felt this in the depth of my bones.
We're doing this and it's gonna be weird.
Somebody just finishes it on their own.
It happened 10 minutes before the show started.
It was pleasure.
Go to the doctor if it's infected or worse.
My swelling's down.
I'm glad I still have 2 people.
I saved you for last.
If it sucks to be 90 minutes, I don't know.
All right. We have an email from Andy. It's been a while.
Indeed. Andy writes in, this past summer on Andy's virginity, hey broads, it has been a while. I wrote a while back, but I think you missed it. Really?
Oh, you just stopped talking. I was like, what is she saying?
Oh, no. I'm just very confused. Did we miss it?
I don't think so.
Could we have?
There might have been one.
I have no idea.
Plead the fifth and we'll
okay.
I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry.
Anyway, as a quick refresh, my difficult coworker went nuclear and got fired. I also dumped her 11 open cans of seltzer to discover it wasn't just fizzy water in the cans. I do remember that.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
In my worker's defense. Yes.
Yeah, we did read that.
Okay.
In my work's defense, I wasn't made to do it. That's good. I just wanted to get rid of anything she left behind because it ended so badly. I probably should have gone with a flamethrower to her desk to be sure, but I don't think that's company approved. Since then, I Googled her and found I was only seeing the tip of the iceberg of her issues.
Just tip.
I feel like the rest of this email should be those issues. I want to know. What was
right? But anyway, on to today.
Yes. Well, they finally found a replacement who starts next Monday, 3 months after my ex-coworker was let go. Jesus. That also means they have to move the Spirit Halloween they set up at her former desk. As you can expect, I've become increasingly unhappy with the situation. If my correspondence tells you anything, I have a lot of patience for when things don't go my way. In this case, too much. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't have put up with what I have for as long as I have, but we know I struggle with confrontation and advocating for myself. I am starting to be a little more vocal with my frustrations, which I know they're aware of. I think they're scared I'm going to quit, which is certainly a possibility whenever I find a better opportunity elsewhere. Exactly.
Use it to get a raise. And take some time off. Take some fucking PTO, dude.
Do it.
Yes. Sorry you've all been affected by the uptick of COVID lately. Well, and when he says all, he means all.
Yeah.
But I'm glad your cases weren't serious.
Conclusion of 3 of 3 broads have had COVID in the past 6 weeks.
Oh no.
It's coming for your girl. Can't outrun this thing. Can't outrun it.
I got it earlier this year and could definitely relate to Shandy being mad when it happened. Thankfully, it was mild and I made a full recovery. I'm pretty sure that was the beginning of the end of my coworker's time. I can't say for sure, but I think she got caught sleeping on the job when I was out. I assume my manager came in to check in on her since I wasn't around to keep things running smoothly. That must have been a shit show while you were gone. My manager obviously didn't fire her back then, if only, but I'm guessing chewed her out a bit. My coworker did not like to be corrected on anything, even if she was clearly in the wrong, and would get vindictive. Yikes. Speaking of difficult situations, I want to wish Amanda the best with potty training Eden. Unfortunately, I don't have any advice you haven't read or heard before.
That's fine.
At least you know people who have been through it and can offer some advice from experience. I also wanted to congratulate belatedly Amanda on her wedding.
Oh, thank you.
Glad everything turned out all right in the end, and wish you two a long, happy marriage.
Oh,
hopefully I'll find something like that someday, which, by the way, wasn't that what these letters were about in the first place? I've gotten way off track with this. Hashtag still with hers, Andy.
Andy, it's still time. I hear we're starting to enter cuffing season.
Right.
Now's the time to get back out there, friend.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. We shall see. And good luck with your new coworker on Monday. I hope they are cool and competent and not gross.
Double on the competent.
Yes. Triple on the competent.
Most importantly, that one though.
Yeah. It's like it's nice if you can be friends with your coworkers, but it's not like required.
Yeah.
But
they are functioning.
But if they can at least be competent, let us know.
Let us know. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We have one more email, but we are going to save it for next week because I think it's going to breed some good discussion. And if not, even if it doesn't breed some good discussion, I don't know. I'm dying to read it, but I will show some self-restraint. Amanda, I know you need to go to sleep. I
suppose I do. Also, the laundry just went off, so you know.
Yeah, I have laundry sitting there. I got to go fold too when we go upstairs. I also have about 2 hours or an hour and a half of work left to do myself. So, another selfish reason that we're gonna wrap this up now.
Good on you. I feel like once I hit 10 o'clock, if it ain't done, it's not happening.
Well, I don't have a choice. So, I don't have a choice. But I went to the doctor this morning, and then I got a blood test, and then I had a telehealth appointment. I had a bunch of things in a row, and it just kind of killed my morning. So by the time I wasn't ready to get back to work, it was after 12 o'clock. But I did find out that I've officially shrunk. Now I'm officially 5'3". No more 5'3.5". No more 5'4", which is where I started. They made me take my shoes off and go all the way against the wall. Like put the little ruler on my head, and it was solidly 5'3".
See, because you weren't wearing the hat.
I wasn't wearing the ridiculous hat, which definitely gives me about 2 inches.
At least. At least. Yeah.
Maybe I'll be Indiana Jones Barbie for.
Oh my God, yes.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it too.
Wasn't there an Indiana Jones movie that came out this year?
Yes.
There was. I could be the Phoebe Waller-Bridges character, but she doesn't get to wear a hat. I could just be Indiana Jones.
This is your Halloween costume. You do you.
This is. I gotta think. The day is mine. I think this one is Jay's, actually. No, this one's mine. His is green. His is that like Colgate color green, like that mint green. It reminds me, like the best way I can describe it is it's Colgate color green.
Why did they make a hat?
Paints a picture,
yeah. I don't fucking know. Why did they make a hat this color?
Because it's like
I like the brown.
Like an Indiana Jones hat color.
Yeah,
very true. It looks browner on the video. It's more of a burnt sienna kind of in person.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. On that note, though, I think this is the right way. Yeah, because you put the thing.
Eyes in the front.
Yes,
eyes in the front. All right. Just making sure I haven't been wearing the hat backwards this whole time. All right. On that note, everybody, thank you for listening. Amanda, I hope you outrun the vid. Shandy,
we'll see.
I hope you do continue to outrun the vid.
I'm boosted, man. I'm boosted.
Right.
Yeah,
thanks, everybody.
You're sitting the prettiest out of all of us from at this point.
Yes.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the.
Still not going to tempt fate, but
yeah.
You were like the tail of the snake that like got bit. Like you started the circle. Like you were the beginning of the COVID wave, but the end of the COVID wave at the same time.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's this hat. It's making me think real deep thoughts.
You have all that extra room for like extra pink space.
Hold on. Now I got to take a screen cap of me in this hat. Hold on. I already smile. It looks so fucking ridiculous. Okay. All right.
It's a beautifully ridiculous hat.
For real. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any feedback, thebroadcasters3@gmail.com, or give us a call 331-276-2373. Just comment on the Facebook page. Hope everybody stays safe out there. Happy end of September. Next time we'll talk to you, we'll be in my favorite month. Whoop, whoop. Speaking of, our holiday movie show will be on October 17th, so give us some suggestions on what to watch. And our live costume party over Zoom. Maybe you can see this hat in person. I don't know. We'll be on October 24th, 9 p.m., I guess, 9-ish. If people can make it earlier, that would be awesome too. But we understand that everybody's schedule is kind of weird and you're all coming from different time zones. So give us some feedback on what time you need that to start too. But if everyone could make it like 8:45 on Eastern time, that would be spectacular. Or if everybody needs an extra time for costumes, I don't care. I'm open. It's my favorite show. Okay. For real, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thank you to the patrons. Especially thank you to Eckhart, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, and Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Speaking of Ed the Poopy Head Mailman, Survivor JJC is back. We did our preview show. That is out now. Very sorry. My children busted in at the end because Jay went to do a live show and they got bored and decided out of the two parents, who were they going to interrupt live on air? Was it going to be Jay or was it going to be me? And it was me. And then it descended into chaos. When Zachary actually came in, I kicked them out. They were like fighting on the bed, talking to Jack. They couldn't hear what he was saying back to them because I had the headphones on, but absolute chaos. I had to mute myself, kick them out. Zachary walks back in, no shirt on, just wearing this fucking hat. And that's why the hat is in this room.
I mean, style points. Can you fault him?
and Jack and Jamie just start cracking up because he just opens the door and walks in, just no shirt and this hat.
I mean, I kind of wish he kicked the door in.
Nice.
Hands on hips. Like, I feel like it's a whole vibe.
It was fucking ridiculous. Anyway, check that out. Amazing Race is going to be back as well. And of course, we have the Ramblecast the Ramblecast after dark, whatever, RCAD. And Own and Brews Barbecue. They're doing bi-weekly shows. So they're doing Geek Dead Life's one every other week. Matt's doing it with Jay, and then he's doing with Own and Brews every other week. So
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, so you'll get to see lots of Matt opportunities every week. Okay, anyway, check those out. Patrons, if you become a patron, that helps everybody out on the network. Patreon.com/JanJack. Okay, now I am done for real. Everyone, have a good week. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.